Hi Stylebees, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you are a return subscriber, welcome. It's nice to have you back. Today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to draft a basic sleeve pattern. This tutorial is beginner friendly, so if you're new to pattern drafting or you just want to have a clean fitted sleeve pattern, this tutorial is for you. Let's not waste any much time. Let's dive into today's tutorial. Here's the calculation I'll be using to draft my basic sleeve pattern. I advise you take a screenshot as I will be going through this step by step. And here is the calculation for my short sleeve pattern. The first thing I'm going to do is to measure my center front armhole side, and also I'll measure my center back armhole side. And I'll go ahead and write the measurement down. To start my pattern, I will measure 2 inches from the edge of my paper inwards, and I will mark this 2 inches all the way down to the edge of the paper. And then I will connect all the marked points on a straight line like so. This is my top line. To get the grain line, I will measure the breadth of my paper like so, and then I'll go ahead and divide it by 2. And I'll mark the measurement inwards from the edge of the paper. I will also make sure I mark this measurement on the top line all the way inwards. Now I will connect the marked point on a straight line like so. Here I noticed my marker wasn't so visible, so I will go ahead now and switch to a more visible marker. The next line I'm going to get is my overarm length line. Now my overarm length line is 24 to 8. So I'm going to measure 24 to 8 from the top line inwards, and I'll mark this measurement all the way down, and then I'll connect this marked point on a straight line. Here is the calculation to get my bicep line. I will use my center front side plus my center back side divided by 3 minus half an inch. The answer in decimal is 1962. Then I'll divide this by 3 minus half an inch. My answer is 658, converting it to fraction. And here I will mark 658 from the top line inwards. I will go ahead and mark 658 all the way through to the other side of my paper, and then I will connect the marked point on a straight line. The next line I'm going to get is my elbow length line. My elbow length is 13 inches. Here I will mark 13 inches from the top line inwards like so. I will mark 13 inches all the way through to the edge of the paper. And now I will connect the marked point on a straight line. And now I will label all the lines. Here is the top line. The next line is the biceps level. The next line is the elbow level. The next line is the wrist level. And the grain line. Now I have all my lines in place. I will also mark center front and center back to differentiate the sides of the paper. To get the sleeve cap, I will use my center back measurement of the armhole side, and I will also use my center front measurement. My center front armhole side is 978. I will go ahead now and slant my measuring tape like so, and then I will put in the measurement 978. I will mark that down here, and then the next measurement I will put in is the center back armhole side measurement, which is 968. I will do the same by slanting my measuring tape like so, and then I will go ahead and mark the point. And now I will connect the marked point. I will then connect the marked point from the biceps level all the way down to the wrist level. I will measure the sleeve cap line, and then I will divide it by 2 like so. I will then mark it on the sleeve cap line like so. And here I will get the distance between the marked point and the top area. I will divide it by 2, and then I will mark the answer upwards like so. I will also mark the same answer downwards like so. I will go ahead now and repeat the same process for the center front area. Here I have finished marking all my points. Next is to get the armhole curves. Here I will label all the marked points to make it easier and visible. On the center front marked point D, I will mark inwards 6/8. Point C is the connecting point. And on the marked point B, I will mark 5/8 outwards. I will go ahead now and connect the marked point from point A to point B, passing through point C to point D, and ending at point E. For the center back, where point I is, I will mark 3/8 outwards. And at point G, I will mark inwards to 8. Here I will go ahead now and mark 3/8 outward. And at point G, I will mark 2/8 inwards. And now I will connect the marked point. And at the top line area, I will go ahead and mark 1/2 inch on both sides. This is to better connect the curves. And now I will go ahead and smoothen it out from the 1/2 inch all the way down. The best gift you can give to this channel is to subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Thank you. The next step is to mark in my wrist measurement. I will measure 5 inches from the grain line inwards like so. I will do this on both sides. And then I will connect the marked point from the wrist level upwards to the biceps level. I'll also go ahead and connect the marked point on the center front area. Here my basic pattern long sleeve is ready. Here is the calculation for my short sleeve. My overarm length minus my elbow length divided by 2. And then I have my answer 5.625. I converted that answer to fraction and I have 5/5/8. I will measure 5/5/8 inches from the grain line outward like so. I will do the same on the center back area. And then I will connect from the biceps level to meet the marked point on the elbow level like so. I will connect the marked point on both sides. And here my basic sleeve pattern is ready. If you're new to this channel and you like what we do here, subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.